COVID.
Namaskar and welcome to Express News. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the latest updates and news. Let's get it started with our top story. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted with representatives from Varanasi-based non-governmental organizations via video conferencing. Prime Minister Narendra Modi discussed their experiences and efforts in helping those in need during the lockdown. PM Narendra Modi applauded the contribution of people, authorities and NGOs of Varanasi in helping the needy during the COVID-19 pandemic and said Kashi has vigorously countered the unprecedented coronavirus crisis. While referring to the size and population of Uttar Pradesh, Prime Minister said that with nearly 24 crore people, the state checked the pace of COVID-19 spread. He also pointed out that those infected with the virus are also recovering fast. Prime Minister asserted that development projects of over 8,000 crores has accelerated the growth. Prime Minister also underlined that Varanasi can emerge as an export hub and develop as a key center of Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign in the coming days. Apart from food distribution, these organizations were instrumental in distribution of masks, sanitizers, etc. They have been honored as Corona warriors by the district administration. Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivered inaugural address at India Global Week 2020 virtual conference being organized in the UK. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said in these times it is natural to talk about revival. It is equally natural to link global revival and India. There is faith that the story of global revival will have India playing a leading role. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also said that India is a powerhouse of talent that is eager to contribute. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also said Indians are natural reformers. History shows that India has overcome every challenge, be it social or economic. On one hand, India is fighting strong battle against the global pandemic with an increased focus on people's health. We are equally focused on health of economy. A three-day virtual conference themed Be the Revival, India and a Better New World India Global Week 2020 had 5,000 global participants from 30 nations being addressed by 250 global speakers across 75 sessions. It featured a never-seen-before performance Atmanirbhar Bharat by Madhu Natraj and a special 100th birth anniversary concert in tribute to the sitar maestro Ravi Shankar by three of his most eminent students. Other high-profile speakers participating at the event include Dr. S. Jaishankar, Union External Affairs Minister, Piyush Goyal, Union Minister of Railways and Commerce and Industry, Lieutenant Governor of J&K. G.C. Murmu, Isha Foundation founder Sadhguru, spiritual leader Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, along with UK's Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab and Home Secretary Preeti Patel, US Ambassador to India GANGSTER and others also to speak. Gangstar Vikas Dubey has been arrested in Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh. Gangstar Vikas Dubey wanted in connection with Kanpur ambush in which 8 policemen were martyred. Vikas Dubey was carrying a reward of Rs 5 lakh. Reward for the arrest was increased from Rs 2.5 lakh to Rs 5 lakh. Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Narottam Mishra, said that it is a big success for the police. Vikas Dubey is a cruel killer. He added that Madhya Pradesh police was on alert and has been arrested from Ujjain Mahakal temple. Prabhat Mishra, who was arrested from Faridabad on Wednesday, was being brought to Kanpur on transit remand when he tried to flee from police custody. He was killed in an exchange of fire in Panki near Kanpur. The other 8, Ranveer Shukla, was killed in an encounter in Etawah. Ranveer Shukla was carrying a bounty of Rs 50,000. The police had recovered 4 pistols, including 2 taken away after last week's ambush in Bikru village. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan spoke to UP CM Yogi Adityanath for the handover of the wanted gangster Vikas Dubey. He congratulated MP Police on the arrest of Vikas Dubey. He further said that police of both states working in coordination. Vikas Dubey, said to be in his 50s, is also accused of killing State Minister Santosh Shukla in 2001. He surrendered in 2002 but was acquitted later. Vikas Dubey's criminal record began in 1990 with a murder case. Over the years, he accumulated numerous criminal charges for attempted murder, kidnapping, extortion and rioting. Vikas Dubey is also accused of plotting murders while in prison, including the murder of his cousin Anurag. In North Kashmir, the former Bandipora BJP district president Wasim Bari, along with his father Bashir Ahmed and brother Umar Bashir, were killed by terrorists at their shop. All three were injured critically and shifted to hospital but later succumbed to their injuries. Police and security forces have launched a massive crackdown in the area where suspected terrorists attacked BJP district president and his family. All the 10 personal security officers associated with the former district president of BJP, who was killed along with his father and brother at the shop in Bandipora district of North Kashmir, arrested. PM Narendra Modi inquired about the gruesome killing of Wasim Bari over the telephone. Union Minister Jitendra Singh tweeted that PM also extended condolences to the family of Wasim. BJP President JP Nadda condemned the attack. He tweeted saying, "We lost Sheikh Wasim Bari, his father and brother in Bandipora, JNK, in a cowardly attack on them. This is a huge loss for the party. My deepest condolences are with the family. The entire party stand with the bereaved family. I assure that the sacrifice will not go in vain." Union Minister Prakash Javadekar also condemned the attack. He tweeted, "We strongly condemn the assassination of BJP leader Sheikh Wasim Bari, his father and brother in Bandipora, Jammu and Kashmir. It is an act of cowardice. This fight will continue until terrorism ends." In Assam, the flood situation is considerably improved in the last 24 hours. However, 12 districts are still affected by flood waters. Over 1,70,000 people now remain affected in more than 340 villages and localities. One more death was reported, taking the total death toll to 40 in Assam. According to Assam State Disaster Management Authority, erosions have damaged many villages of Sadia, Majuli and Bongaigaon district. The Indian Met Department has forecast heavy rainfall continuously for the next 2 to 3 days, which may lead to flooding of villages along river banks in 18 districts. Gujarat is also experiencing heavy rain since past few days, causing flood-like situation in Saurashtra regions Dwarka, Jamnagar, Gir Somnath, Porbandar and Rajkot districts. Kalyanpur Tehsil in Dwarka has caused waterlogging, leading to losses to farmers. Due to heavy rainfall, out of 206 dams in Gujarat, 22 dams have been filled, which resulted in 51% water collection. NDRF teams have been deployed in coastal areas for relief and rehabilitation. No loss of life reported so far. Met Department has forecast heavy rains for today. And during the last 24 hours in Bihar, average to heavy rainfall has occurred at many places, due to which the water level of many rivers is continuously increasing. The Kosi River is flowing above the danger mark at Supaul, Khagaria and Bhagalpur. The Kamla River has also crossed the danger mark at 2 places in Madhubani and Darbhanga. Mahananda, Bhagmati are also flowing above the danger mark. River Ganga is flowing below the danger level at Buxar, Patna and Munger. Met Department has predicted light to moderate rain in the next 48 hours. The disaster management and the state government are taking precautionary measures. People are advised to stay at home. Ushering in a new revolution in the connectivity of roads and bridges in sensitive border areas close to the international border and line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh dedicated 6 major bridges to the nation through video conferencing. These bridges of strategic importance were completed by the Border Roads Organization in a record time. Raksha Mantri congratulated all ranks of BRO for completing the works of 6 bridges in record time and complimented them for contributing towards nation building by working in the most difficult terrain and weather conditions. Raksha Mantri said roads and bridges are the lifeline of any nation and play a vital role in socio-economic development of far-flung regions. Targeting the left government in the gold smuggling case in Kerala, opposition parties demanded the resignation of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan over the allegations levelled against his office in the case. The Enforcement Directorate has attached assets worth Rs 14.15 crore linked to former IAS officer Sanjay Gupta in connection with a money laundering case against him over corruption in Metrolink Express for Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad Company Limited. Sanjay Gupta, a 1985 batch IAS officer of Gujarat cadre, quit the service in the year 2002 and started his own hospitality business in the name of NISA Group of Companies. A formal memorandum of understanding was signed today between the Central Board of Direct Taxes and the Securities and Exchange Board of India for data exchange between the two organizations. MOU will facilitate the sharing of data and information between SEBI and CBDT on an automatic and regular basis. In addition to regular exchange of data, SEBI and CBDT will also exchange with each other on request and suo motu basis any information available in their respective databases for the purpose of carrying out their functions under various laws. Operation Samudra Setu, which was launched in May as part of the national effort to repatriate Indian citizens from overseas during the COVID-19 pandemic, has culminated after successfully bringing 3,992 Indian citizens back to their homeland by sea. Indian naval ships Jalashwa, Erawat, Shardul and Magar participated in this operation, which lasted over 55 days and involved traversing more than 23,000 kilometers by sea. Indian Navy has previously undertaken similar evacuation operations as part of Operation Sukoon in 2006 in Beirut and Operation Rahat in 2015 in Yemen. Union HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank on Thursday said there has been an uninformed commentary on exclusion of certain topics from the CBSE syllabus to portray a false narrative. Nishank's comments came following a controversy over the reduction of syllabus by the CBSE due to the COVID-19 situation, with the opposition alleging that chapters on India's democracy and plurality are being dropped to propagate a particular ideology. The minister reiterated that the exclusions from the syllabus are a one-time measure taken in view of COVID-19 pandemic. Union HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank also addressed Shiksha Samvad on transforming the COVID-19 threat into a new model of education organized by ASSAM. While addressing the program, Union HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank said that it is a great feeling to see people being united to help the nation. He further said that the ministry is focused to bridge the gap between education and students. Recovery rate of COVID-19 continues to improve steadily in India. Currently, the recovery rate from COVID-19 in India stands at 62.08%. In India, there are 2,69,789 active cases. 4,76,377 patients have been cured and discharged. COVID-19 has claimed 21,129 lives so far. The 18th meeting of the high-level group of ministers on COVID-19 was held under the chairpersonship of Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan. A presentation on ground situation with the latest statistics was made for the GOM and further strategies drawn up. External Affairs Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar, Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri, Minister of State for Home Affairs Nityanand Rai, besides other union ministers, attended the meeting. GOM briefed about the latest status, response and management of COVID-19 in the country. While addressing the media, Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said that the government is committed to help people in every possible manner. He further said that the government has established coordination in departments to provide better healthcare facility to the people. President of Indian Medical Association Dr. Rajan Sharma said that one needs to follow only government-issued advisory while dealing with COVID-19 crisis. President of Indian Medical Association Dr. Rajan Sharma also said cases of infections are on rise, but at the same time recovery rate is also increasing. The recovery rate in many states is quite good. Global COVID-19 cases stand at 12,51,561. 5,49,735 people have lost their lives so far. With more than 30 lakh cases and over 1.32 lakh deaths, the US remains worst hit in the world with the highest number of COVID-19 infections and fatalities. Brazil comes in the second place with over 17.13 lakh infections and 67,964 deaths. The number of confirmed COVID-19 infections on Wednesday crossed 30 lakh mark in the United States, setting yet another grim record. The US is undergoing a renewed surge in cases mainly in southern and western states, with Texas, Florida and California hardest hit. The number of daily hospitalizations in numerous states has been rising, putting critical resources including staffing, beds and ventilators in short supply. The Chinese government and the Communist Party of China are facing criticism for their expansionist policy globally. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has once again criticized China. Reiterating US government's concern for cybersecurity coming with the Chinese telecommunication services and infrastructures, the US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that the US is constantly evaluating Chinese apps including TikTok to protect the privacy of its users. Pompeo also accused China of taking incredibly aggressive action in a recent clash with India over a disputed section of the nuclear-armed neighbor's border. United Arab Emirates Dubai cautiously reopened its tourism industry to international tourists after nearly 4 months of shutdown. Around 20 international flights arrived at the Dubai International Airport on Tuesday. Dubai government hoped that with the improvement in the anti-pandemic efforts, tourism will gradually be brought back on track and realize recovery. Dubai has gradually eased restrictions on business activities. Most of the public facilities have so far been open to the public, including popular scenic areas, business centers, parks and water facilities. Visitors are required to wear face masks and gloves and follow anti-epidemic regulations of keeping social distancing, checking body temperature and disinfecting in time. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador met his US counterpart Donald Trump at White House. Mexican president was the second foreign leader to visit the White House since mid-March. The meeting aimed to celebrate the start of the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement trade deal, which started with effect from July 1st. Trump and López Obrador discussed the United States-Mexico-Canada trade deal, which replaced the North American Free Trade Agreement. In Serbia, police fired tear gas to disperse rock-throwing protesters as protests erupted for the second day in a row against the president's handling of the country's coronavirus outbreak. President Alexander backtracked on his plans to reinstate a coronavirus lockdown in Belgrade. This week, a number of people were injured during clashes in front of the parliament that started peacefully but soon turned violent. After a 117-day absence, international cricket returned on Wednesday, but rain and bad light restricted the first test between England and West Indies to 17.4 overs, and the hosts closed a frustrating day on 35 for the loss of 1 wicket. England won the toss and opted to bat, but soon lost Dom Sibley for naught after he left a Shannon Gabriel delivery, which cut back to clip his off stump. After further rain delays, England eventually settled to their task. The 2020 Ryder Cup has been postponed for a year because the coronavirus pandemic means the event cannot be staged safely with spectators present. The event between the United States and Europe was due to be held at Whistling Straits, Wisconsin on 25th to 27th September, but the biennial event has now been rescheduled for September 2021. The President's Cup, which pits a 12-man team from the US against international players from outside Europe, was also postponed a year and will be played September 22nd to 25th, 2022 at Quail Hollow Club in North Carolina. Fernando Alonso's time out of Formula One will come to an end in 2021 after the two-time world champion announced his return with a Renault on Wednesday. At 39, Alonso will be one of the oldest drivers on the grid, but has title-winning experience and the kind of winning mentality Renault will hope can invigorate its F1 program in the next 2 years. In Spanish First Division, Barcelona defeated fierce local rival Espanyol 1-0 and kept alive their hopes of winning La Liga this season. Both sides had a player sent off early in the second half after video assistant referee reviews. Barcelona youngster Ansu Fati was dismissed for a foul on Fernando Calero before Espanyol's Paul Lozano was red-carded for a dangerous tackle. Mohamed Salah scored twice as Liverpool boosted their hopes of breaking the Premier League points record after a 3-1 win against Brighton. Mo Salah and captain Jordan Henderson each netted during a blistering opening 8 minutes at the Amex Stadium. Manchester City returned to winning ways in style by thrashing hapless Newcastle 5-0 at Etihad Stadium. Pep Guardiola's side were surprisingly beaten by Southampton in their previous game, but 2 goals in the opening 20 minutes against the Magpies effectively settled this contest. Well, that's all we have in Express News. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.